Welcome to this video on constructing regular self-complementary graphs using one classic method. In this lesson, we'll explain what self-complementary graphs are, define regular graphs, and walk through a beautiful construction method proposed by Sachs. A graph G is called self-complementary if it is isomorphic to its complement. That means there is a one-to-one correspondence between the vertices of G and its complement, which preserves adjacency. Let's look at two examples. First, consider the graph G1. Its complement, which we write as G1 bar, is not isomorphic to G1. So G1 is not self-complementary. Now look at G2. This graph is isomorphic to another graph called N, and its complement, G2 bar, is isomorphic to a graph Z. Since G2 is isomorphic to its complement, we say that G2 is a self-complementary graph. A graph is called regular if every vertex has the same degree. For example, this graph is not regular since the degrees of the vertices are not equal. Now look at graph G3. Each vertex has degree 2, so it is 2 regular. Its complement is isomorphic to itself, so G3 is a regular self-complementary graph. Let's find a condition on the number of vertices for a regular graph to be self-complementary. Suppose G is an R regular graph on N vertices. Then the complement of G must be regular of degree N minus 1 minus R. If G is isomorphic to its complement, then both must have the same degree. So we equate R equals N minus 1 minus R. Solving this gives N equals 2R plus 1. So N must be an odd number. Now let's count the number of edges. A self-complementary graph must have exactly half the total possible edges. That gives E of G equals N times N minus 1 divided by 4. This expression is an integer only when N is congruent to 1 modulo 4. Therefore, a regular self-complementary graph must have n equals 4k plus 1 vertices, where k is a positive integer. Now we describe Sachs's construction from 1962 for building such graphs. Start with 4m vertices labeled V1, V2, up to V sub 4m. Connect vertex Vi to vertex Vj if and only if I plus j is congruent to 0, or 1 modulo 4. Then add one more vertex, V sub 4m plus 1. Connect this vertex to all Vk, where k is even. The resulting graph is both regular and self-complementary. Let's look at an example with m equals 1. That gives us 5 vertices, V1 to V5. We connect vertex I to vertex j if I plus j is congruent to 0, or 1 modulo 4. We also connect Vi5 to the even-numbered vertices, which are V2 and V4. Here's our graph G, and here is its complement. We now define an isomorphism, a mapping that shows they are the same up to relabeling. Let f of V1 equal V2, f of V2 equals V3, f of V3 equals V4, f of V4 equals V1, and f of V5 equals V5. Since this mapping preserves the edge structure, G is isomorphic to its complement. Also, every vertex has degree 2, so this is a 2 regular, self-complementary graph. Now we try a larger example with m equals 2. We start with 8 vertices, then add the 9th vertex. We apply the same rule, Connect vertex I to vertex j if I plus j is congruent to 0, or 1 modulo 4. Then connect V9 to all even-numbered vertices. This gives us a regular graph where every vertex has degree 4, and using a similar mapping, we can show it is isomorphic to its complement. So we've just constructed a 4-regular, self-complementary graph with 9 vertices. And that brings us to the end. We learned the definitions of self-complementary and regular graphs, discovered the necessary condition that the number of vertices must be of the form 4k plus 1, and use Sachs's method to construct such graphs step by step. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more math videos.